Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Chapter 36 Two-Faced Man and Rachel the Ama. Lin Mo. Monster. CP with Batman. Lin Mo looked into the distance. Plop. The waste in the deep sea was scared to death, so he jumped off the bridge without any morale, dived and ran away. The invisible man yelled, "Waste." Ah. Lin Mo controlled several wires to come over and give him electrotherapy. Batman's mouth twitched. Lin Mo came over and put his arms around Batman's shoulders. "How are you guys? Are you okay?" Batman's heart warmed up. "Lin, thank you. If it weren't for you, I might have been killed by two people." Lin Mo looked at the wreckage of the locomotive and let out a long sigh. "Hey, I don't want to kill you either." Batman has the idea of not killing people. Lin Mo does what he likes, and wants to get Batman's reward as soon as possible. Batman sighed. "Lin, I regard you as a friend. I am a vigilante in Gotham alone. I am really lonely. My girlfriend is also with other people." After recalling bitterness and sweetness, Lin Mo said a few words of comfort. "Really? Ding, contestant Lin Mo, Batman is fighting side by side with you. The philosophy is the same as yours, and his favorability for you is +25, reaching 85. Close black lens bracket. Special reward. Golden skill, Fury of Thunder. Close black lens bracket. Thunder Fury. Inspire lightning to bombard the enemy. The power is directly proportional to the spiritual power. Close black lens bracket. Reward. Lightning immune physique. Lightning or electric current will not harm you. Congratulations to Lin Mo. Batman is indeed an important character in the plot, and the person who has more than 80 relationships with him for the first time has gained really superb skills. Stimulate lightning, but also immune to lightning damage, better than Thor, not afraid of being shocked by a small electric shock device. Batman obviously felt the joy of Lin Mo, and was moved inside. It turns out that Lin also wants a friend. He grabbed Lin Mo's hand excitedly. "Lin, we will be good brothers from now on." Lin Mo was still immersed in the joy of the reward just now, and then he came back to his senses. Looking at the excited Batman, he didn't want to break Batman's heart. "Okay, we will be brothers from now on." Netizens in the live broadcast room sighed. These two people have a sense of CP. Lin Mo called Jill. "Hurry up and bring it here. There are more than a dozen criminals here, and there is also a person with supernatural powers who can be invisible." "Jill, my old lady is about to become your queen detective." Batman laughed naturally. Jill brought people over, looked at the minced meat all over the floor, frowned. "What's the situation?" Lin Mo pointed to the camera on the side of the road. "I was bumped into porcelain, but in the end this buddy was hit to death by himself. It's really miserable." Jill rolled her eyes. "Abnormal." Lin Mo pointed to the invisible man who was stained black by muddy water. "This guy will be invisible. You should pay attention. The one without clothes has a poor figure." The invisible man wants to kill Lin Mo, but unfortunately everyone can't see it. Gordon also came over, frowning. "Jill, help Lin record a statement, let him go back to rest early, and will testify against Maroni's brother in court tomorrow." Lin Mo captured so many people and gained thousands of points, all of which were exchanged for spiritual power. After taking the statement, Lin Mo returned home and told Reba and Hua Mulan about the matter. Mulan frowned. "Lin Mo, I'm afraid there are still some strong people in this killer organization." Reba clenched her fist. "Damn, don't make me find this Walter." Lin Mo laughed. "Okay, go to bed early, and go to the court hearing tomorrow." No words all night. Lin Mo was called out by Reba. "Brother Mo, get up, or you'll be late." The three came to the Gotham District Court, where many people gathered. Reporters with microphones, thugs in suits with cigarettes in their mouths, and police detectives maintaining order, etc. The fat Maroni led his men around. "Boy, you have a lot of life. As long as you dare to testify, within 3 days, you will not be able to live." Lin Mo smiled lightly. "All the killers you hired have been caught. Next time, please do something serious, otherwise it will be really embarrassing." Gotham Black Boss. "Pooh, garbage." Everyone was angry. "Boy, you are dead. Dare to insult my boss. You don't want to leave the court." Maroni looked at Lin Mo indifferently. "Boy, you have no idea how deep the water in Gotham is." He leaned on him and said with a smile, "Believe it or not, you won't survive today." Lin Mo smiled. "I don't think the one who can survive today may be you." Maloney frowned. feeling a little chilly in his heart. What are you doing? Let me go. Jill came over with the detective and scolded the punks. Maroni, hey, Detective Jill, there are many beauties around your concubine, I'm afraid she already has a crush on you. Go away. Jill snorted, and pulled Lin Mo into the door of the district court. Into the hall. Lin Mo saw Bruce Wayne at a glance, and there were two people beside him, a man and a woman. The woman looked quite old. Lin, let me introduce you. These are Harvey Dent and Rachel. Both of them are Gotham's star prosecutors. Harvey is also known as the White Knight of Gotham. Lin Mo nodded. It turned out to be the double-faced Dante, but now this face is still okay, it's a pity. Rachel winked at Lin Mo. Lin, you are even more handsome than in the video. Lin Mo reached out and shook hands with the two. With such a handsome and beautiful prosecutor, Sass will definitely get what he deserves. Lin Mo is not interested in divers like Rachel, who are still very old. He also doesn't understand why Batman likes her. Harvey Dante was high-spirited. Destroy Gotham gangsters. We start today with Maroni's brother Seth. Lin Mo didn't think so. How could it be so easy for Maroni to have been in Gotham for so many years? Chapter 37. Everyone else will go to the courtroom. Lin Mo will be taken to a witness lounge to testify. He smiled at Batman. Bruce, your taste is a bit poor, a bit old. Batman glanced at Rachel, who was chatting and laughing with Dante, with a wry smile. My childhood sweetheart, I got used to it. Maroni walked in with a team of lawyers, and made a pistol gesture to Lin Mo. Lin Mo gave him an international standard greeting gesture. The reporter quickly took pictures, and the two seemed very polite. Jill whispered, Maroni paid a lot of money to hire the most famous law firm in Gotham, be careful. Lin Mo saw that there were 4 lawyers over there, 3 men and 1 woman. Except for a young male lawyer, all of them were over 50. According to Jill, the leading white-haired lawyer is named David, an evergreen tree in Gotham's legal circle, and also the husband of female lawyer Ruth. Looks like Maroni spent a lot of money. Be careful, that David is very powerful. He often asks witnesses to be speechless and turns black and white. Lin Mo nodded, expressing his understanding, and he must be well prepared. An hour and a half later, the staff woke up the sleepy Lin Mo. Sir, it's your turn to testify. Lin Mo walked into the courtroom, looking like he just woke up. Is Jill numb? This is to prepare well. Lin Mo looked around and saw a lot of acquaintances. Not to mention Mulan and Reba. Catwoman wearing sunglasses and dressed as a lady also came to watch the battle. But looking at the expressions of the people, it seems that the situation is not good. The previously high-spirited double-faced man had a bad complexion. Jill also blushed with anger. Sass in the dock looked smug. Just now, several key pieces of evidence were overturned. Without him, forensic personnel were bought, admitted that they were negligent in their work, and the procedures were wrong, and those evidences were no longer reliable evidences. Lin Mo took the witness stand. The silver-haired David stared at Lin Mo, trying to put pressure on him, and said seriously, Mr. Lin, why do you think Sass is a criminal? Lin Mo said lightly. Actually, he came to my booth by himself and explained all the crimes he committed this year in detail. I think you have seen the video. Why do you ask these nonsense? David looked around. Guys, don't you think it's unreasonable to reveal things for no reason, unless there is a problem with IQ? Lin Mo nodded. Very agree, I also think he has a real IQ problem. Everyone burst into laughter. Seth had a bad face and glared at David. David coughed. According to my client, you used a mind control method to frame him by making him say that he didn't do it himself. Lin Mo shook his head. It's not mind control, it's hypnotic ability, let him tell the truth. David snorted. If your hypnotic ability has this effect, why don't you go to make a lot of money and set up a stall to sell egg fried rice? Lin Mo smiled. I'm interested in selling eggs and fried rice. It's meaningless to make money. How can someone like you who falls into the eye of money understand? To put it bluntly, I can make more money than you as a duck. There was a burst of laughter in the auditorium. Several jeweled ladies shouted, Brother, I am willing. Show me your 8-pack abs. Catwoman frowned. The jewelry of these people seemed to be okay. David's complexion is a bit bad. This witness is a bit difficult to deal with. He suppressed his anger. Everyone, his so-called hypnotic ability technique is totally fake. My client is in a state of confusion. taking what he heard from others as his own. Lin Mo laughed. Then why don't you try hypnotic ability too? See if it's true. David stepped back quickly, took a gas mask from his assistant and put it on. Alright, I'll expose you on the spot. He has confidence in himself and wants to expose Lin Mo's lies on the spot. Everyone exclaimed, this David is well prepared, it really is a piece of old ginger. Lin Mo shrugged. You wear it like a Nazi, what? David snorted. Hypnotic ability me if you have the ability. Lin Mo took out a steel coin, threw it upwards, and cast the enchantment. Look at me, hypnotic ability begins now. Everyone secretly complained, this is too unprofessional, remind others. The props are so simple. David seemed to have fallen into a state of sluggishness. Now, tell me about all the bad things you've done lately. David nods. I received 300,000 United States dollars from Maroni, and it only cost 100,000 United States dollars to buy the witness, and I made a difference of 200,000 United States dollars. Everyone was in an uproar. Not only buying, but also earning the price difference from the middleman. Maroni's face is also not good. When the trial is over, David will be miserable. David's wife's face changed greatly, trying to wake him up. David continued, I also married my apprentice Jones, and my friend Sam, and their wives are amazing. This product even explained the time and place very clearly. Everyone was in an uproar. Even the presiding judge listened with gusto. Everyone has known each other for decades. This melon is so sweet. His two assistants went mad. FK, damn David. I'm going to kill you. Apprentice Jones couldn't hold back, rushed up and punched David hard. Another old man, Sam, was also angry and kicked David hard. Ruth also rushed up and scratched David's face fiercely. Bastard, you still say you love me for the rest of your life. There was an uproar in the auditorium, this melon is so big. Catwoman covers her mouth and chuckles. This guy is really interesting. Reba's eyes are starry. I've wanted to hit that old lawyer for a long time, Brother Mo is mighty. David was a little sober, and secretly shocked. He actually said all these things, this hypnotic ability technique is so powerful. Lin Mo shrugged. David, I didn't expect that you were so good at playing. Rabbits don't eat grass beside the nest, but you only eat grass beside the nest. You. David pointed at Lin Mo and was speechless in anger. Jones and Sam beat David violently, but were held down by the court police. Everyone sighed, this is the rhythm of destroying the lawyer team. Chapter 38. David is on fire. Idiot, I'm being controlled, you guys are crazy, you're all fired. Jones snorted. If you fire, you fire. Do you think your wife has no one to play with? You have more green hair than us. Ruth yelled. Damn Jones, what nonsense are you talking about? David's face is gloomy. Although he has lost his love, he is very shameless. Everyone was in an uproar again, your circle is in chaos. The jury was dumbfounded, and each of them became a melon-eating crowd. Lin Mo laughed. That David, should you also hypnotic ability your wife, let her explain, how big is your prairie? Actually, I am also curious. Before David could speak, Ruth screamed and rushed out of the courtroom. If she really said it, she would definitely die. Lin Mo shrugged. It seems that Mrs. Ruth still believes in my hypnotic ability technique. David's face has turned pale, his wife and two subordinates have left, and he has become a lonely family. In 30 years of work, I have never been so embarrassed. I have to face Maroni's accusation later, how miserable. He is still professional, coughing. My client may also be in a trance, imagining other people's affairs as his own affairs. Lin Mo laughed. So, in fact, what other people do with your wife, you can also imagine yourself. Awesome. Ha ha. Lin, that's too logical. Brother Mo is amazing. Reba praised. The auditorium is full of laughter. The judge couldn't hold back any longer and knocked on the table. Quiet. David was so angry that he had a heart attack. Your Honor, I'm fine. Lin Mo left the witness stand and went to wait outside. After an hour, Reba came out cursing, and almost cried when she saw Lin Mo. Brother Mo, Gotham is too dark. The jury opened their eyes and told lies, and voted by a large margin, saying that the evidence was insufficient, and Sass was released in court. Hua Mulan's face was also a little ugly. Lin Mo laughed. I expected it long ago, intimidating and luring the jury, Maroni can do it. Hua Mulan sighed. It's because you have a good mental quality, I'm so angry. Batman also came over. Lynn, this is Gotham, you don't have to be too angry, Gotham still has a long way to go. Dante and Rachel were also upset. Lynn, sorry for wasting your wonderful hypnotic ability technique. Lin Mo waved his hand. It has nothing to do with you, no matter what, the ending is doomed. Hua Mulan glanced at the phone, frowned and said. Lin Mo, Joker escaped from Arkham, just bombed the Gotham Library, Barbara was shot in the spine by Joker, the situation is critical. Jill was taken aback. How could this be? Gordon is going to die of grief. Lin Mo was speechless. Joker is doing things too. Everyone else sighed. Gotham will never see the sun. Jill saw Maroni and Sass coming out, and said angrily. My old lady can't wait to kill them. It's a pity that I didn't bring a gun. Reba nodded. Yeah, I can't wait to beat them up too. The reporters also gathered around. Mr. Wayne, can you tell me how you feel? Mr. Lin, you behaved so well, but Sass was released in court. What do you want to say? There are also a lot more bullet screens in the live broadcast room. Hey, Brother Mo tried his best, but Gotham is hopeless. I thought Brother Mo would make a comeback, but I didn't expect that the jury was all settled. Brother Mo, be careful, Maroni and Sass will retaliate wildly against him. If it were me, I would have killed those two directly. The upstairs is impulsive, you will be imprisoned like this. ... Maroni and Seth came over with smug faces. Oh, isn't this Lin Mo, the master of hypnotic ability, really amazing? Sass is even more arrogant, close to Lin Mo. Master, can you protect yourself, can you protect the women around you, hee. He took a few glances at Hua Mulan and Reba, they were as wretched as they could be. Lin Mo glanced at David behind them. Maroni was setting him up. Enrage yourself, as long as he makes a move, he will commit a crime, and he will be imprisoned in Blackgate Prison, and there will be more than 3,000 criminals by then. 2 fists are no match for thousands of hands. Jill is still wide awake. Lin, don't pay attention to them, they just want to provoke you and set you up. Seth laughed. Gotham Vigilante, that's all he can do. Brother, let's go back and celebrate. Lin Mo laughed. Sass, do you think I dare not hit you? Challenge me. Seth pointed to his face. Aren't you very angry? Come here, hit here. Boom. With a loud noise, Lin Mo slapped Sass's face with a big ear. Ah! Sass screamed and flew out, spitting out a dozen teeth in the air. The bridge of the nose was also broken. Everyone was shocked, and the cameras of the reporters quickly aimed at this side. Big incident, Gotham Vigilante Lin, still can't hold back. Sass was beaten so badly. What will happen to Lin next? David exclaimed. Lin, you committed a crime, you are finished. Ha ha. Boom. Lin Mo kicked him more than 10 meters away, hitting the wall and dying. Maroni shouted to his subordinates. Quick, hit him, we are in legal self-defense. Lin Mo laughed, this Maroni quite understands the law. Chapter 39. Lin Mo shrank the ground to an inch, and killed the past with a lunge, punched and kicked, and did not hold back his moves. Crack, crack. Maroni's subordinates either had broken hands or broken feet. Lin Mo punched Maroni in the face, his face was covered with blood, and then grabbed his hair, hitting his face with a knee. Maroni let out a scream. Send killers to kill me several times, do you think I will let you go? You have at least hundreds of lives in your hands, and today I will do justice for the heavens. Maroni screamed again and again, he felt Lin Mo's killing intent, his body began to tremble. Lin, don't, it's a crime for you to do this. Everyone was a little speechless. Gotham's black boss actually begged Lin not to commit a crime. It's been a long time to see you. Jill is in a daze. Lin, don't fight anymore. Reba is also afraid that Lin Mo will be arrested and sent to Hyman prison. Brother Mo, stop now, you're going to beat him to death. The Catwoman who was watching was also taken aback. Lin Mo is usually quite normal, why is he so brave this time? Batman also advised. Azu, no, Lin, stop. Lin Mo ignored it, and punched Maroni hard again, smashing Maroni's face to pieces. Bang, bang, bang. Maroni couldn't even utter a scream on his face, only the sound of punching to the flesh was left on the scene. When Lin Mo stood up, Maroni was out of breath. Several of Maroni's men were also killed by him. Everyone was shocked. Killed. Many timid women are already screaming. Lin Mo looked at Sass not far away. Ah! Seth was so frightened that he urinated, screamed, and ran out staggeringly. Lin Mo caught up with him in a few steps. What's wrong? Didn't you let me hit you? Don't be cowardly. He grabs Seth's head and slams it hard against the wall. Boom, boom, boom. After a few blows, the wall was hit with big cracks. Sass's skull was naturally crushed and he lost his breath. Lin Mo kicked Sar's body away. Everyone was scared. Crazy, he's crazy. Lin is crazy. Jill rushed up and hugged Lin Mo. Her face was horrified, confused and distressed. She herself was in a daze. Lin, why? Lin Mo sighed. Jill, I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. He turned and took a hard bite of Jill. I still have something to do. I will come to you to surrender later. I want you to catch me with your own hands. The detective rushed this way. Lin Mo broke free from Jill's hand, shrank his body, and walked out of the court in a few steps. He was one of Maroni's subordinates who kicked Maroni a few more times, and drove his sports car into a rush. Ding, player Lin Mo, you killed Gotham's Cancer Maroni, Sass and others, and you got 4,000 points. Close black lens bracket. Lin Mo was taken aback for a moment. These people seemed to have committed serious crimes. Hua Mulan and Reba are still in a state of confusion. Sister Mulan, Brother Mo killed people, or 10. Why on earth is he? He will be hunted down from now on. Hua Mulan whispered. He kills the most heinous people. Lin Mo has always been shrewd. This may be his plan. Plan? Reba couldn't believe it. Brother Mo is really amazing. I thought he was angry and did something stupid just now. Batman let out a long sigh. Yet another vigilante driven mad by goddamn Gotham. Rachel also sighed. She still wanted to have something to do with Lin Mo. Dante said in a deep voice. Whoever commits a crime will be arrested. Catwoman murmured. It's brave, but I like it. She has always been fond of enmity and dislikes being restrained. Lin Mo's behavior made her appreciate it even more. The live broadcast exploded. Have fun. Brother Mo is decisive. I'll go. Brother Mo is mighty. I've been upset with Maroni and Sass for a long time, and finally got accepted by Brother Mo. Brother Mo is still impulsive. He will be a criminal in the future, and it will be difficult to do things. I really think it's a good thing that I don't feel restrained in doing things. The major media in Gotham have reported this incident one after another. The people of Gotham are going crazy. Maroni and Sass were killed. What a joy. Well done. It's a pity Lin, he will die for Tianya in the future. Why, people who have done good deeds are arrested, but Sass, who committed crimes, was acquitted. Gotham First Hospital. Barbara lay on the hospital bed with a look of despair. Doctors removed the bullet, but her spine was permanently damaged and could not be recovered. That is to say, she is likely to be paralyzed from now on and confined to a wheelchair. Gordon reassured. Barbara, I will find you the best doctor, don't give up hope. Seeing Barbara's expression blank, he turned on the TV. How about we watch TV and see what good news is there? What happened in the courtroom was rolling live on the TV. Barbara almost sat up in shock. Lin killed Maroni and Seth. Destroying harm for the people. He got himself into it too. What is he doing for it, hey? Gordon was heartbroken too. Hey, I like Lin very much. I didn't expect him to be so reckless. Gotham really drives people crazy. What a guy. The door of the ward was pushed open, and Lin Mo walked in with a smile on his face, holding a bouquet of flowers in his hand. Barbara, how are you? Gordon suddenly thumped and said Lin Mo will be there soon. Forest. Chapter 40. Barbara is also confused. Lin, why are you here? Lin Mo put flowers on the bedside table. I heard you were injured, so I came here to see you. The touch in Barbara's heart couldn't be added, tears streaming down her face in an instant. Lin, you've become a wanted criminal, yet you're still thinking about me, woo woo woo. Ding, contestant Lin Mo, Barbara the Oracle has more than 80 favors for you, special reward, 30 square meters of portable space. Congratulations to Lin Mo, Barbara is also a treasure girl. With the portable space, it is much more convenient for him to do things. Lin Mo gently wiped away her tears. Don't cry, maybe I can cure you. Looking at the two people who were in love with each other, Gordon raised his gun. Lin, you are a criminal now, follow me back to the police station. Lin Mo nodded. It was really Gordon. Barbara is angry. Gordon, Lin took a great risk to come to me. He still wants to treat me. Lin Mo laughed. Gordon, don't worry, I will do my own thing well, and I will naturally turn myself into Jill. Now, I'm going to fix Barbara's spine. Gordon shook his head. Don't be stupid, the doctors can't do anything, what can you do? The door was suddenly opened. Lin Mo looked behind Gordon. Catwoman, don't hit Gordon. Gordon looked back. There was no such thing as a Catwoman, and he cried out inwardly. Boom. Lin Mo knocked Gordon down with a knife in his hand. The door is naturally controlled by him with psychokinesis. Barbara said anxiously. Lin, you should leave quickly, or you will be arrested. Lin Mo waved his hand. I'm here to treat you, and I'll leave when you're cured. Barbara's eyes are full of love. Lin Mo has clearly captured her heart. Woo. Lin Mo smiled. Your dream will come true soon. Lie down now and let me perform the Zuyu technique. Lin Mo mobilized his mental power and began to cast Zuyushu. He faced north and cursed, reciting formulas with a certain rhythm in his mouth, and his mental power began to act on Barbara's damaged spine. Barbara didn't quite believe it at first, but she felt a warm feeling in her spine, as if it was slowly repairing. This is the magical Oriental witch doctor technique. Lin Mo frowned. His mental strength is still a bit weak. To treat such a serious injury, it takes too much mental strength to repair blood vessels, nerves, bones, etc. Lin Mo has no hesitation, and all the points are replaced by mental power attributes. Spiritual power has reached 100 points. In the future, do you need 200 points in exchange for a mental power attribute point? Lin Mo shook his head. The system is really not a good thing. The mental power is greatly increased, and the power of Zuyushu, fascination, psychokinesis, etc. will increase greatly. Lin Mo originally wanted to save some points to buy Wolverine's self-healing factor, so he had to save it next time. Not long after, the treatment ended. Lin Mo clapped his hands. Okay, Barbara, you try to get up. Barbara tried to sit up, and was pleasantly surprised to find that her injured spine was completely fine. God, Lin, you are my savior. She rushed over directly, hugged Lin Mo and nodded fiercely. Oh, your old father seems to be still lying on the ground. Barbara didn't have time to care about it, she almost choked herself. Lin, I'm a little dizzy, what's wrong? Lin Mo smiled. Zuyushu actually stimulates the potential of your cells and repairs them under the guidance of spiritual power, so what you consume is the original energy. Barbara nodded. No wonder I feel so tired. Lin, let's continue next time. Lin Mo stroked her hair and helped her up. Okay, let's continue next time, we must repay the favor. Barbara blushed. She was agitated just now, but now that she thinks about it, she seems to be too proactive. Lin Mo touched her face. It's a pity, Barbara. Lin Mo laughed. Our child will have a criminal father in the future. Barbara hit Lin Mo, still joking. No matter how long, I will wait for you. Gordon woke up leisurely. He frowned and looked at Lin Mo and Barbara, who were in love with each other. Confused, Barbara, Lin Mo killed several people, he will be put in prison. Barbara snorted. Even if I wait 100 years, I'm willing to wait. Lin Mo kissed Barbara's forehead. Okay, you have a good rest, I will withdraw first. Barbara nodded. Lin, you must escape. Gordon, this little padded jacket is really leaking. Lin Mo soon left the hospital and disappeared. The whole Gotham is boiling, and they are discussing Lin Mo's matter fiercely. Brother is amazing, he avenged many people. I heard that Maroni's face was shattered, and he died in a miserable state. The owner of a Shagwo convenience store met Lin and said that Lin bought everything in his curry. Lin, this is the rhythm of running away. It's so polite, Lin still spends money to buy it on the way to escape. Bringing so many things on the road, does he want to learn from Robinson? Survival on a deserted island. Lin Mo just wants to decorate his portable space with things. Being in prison is so boring, he always needs to eat some snacks. Killing Maroni was naturally not impulsive, he had planned it long ago. Black Mask is in Blackgate Prison, planning a Blackgate prison riot at any time. There are thousands of vicious criminals there, and each person is awarded dozens of points, which is tens of thousands. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.